Welcome everybody to another edition of Table Talks and with Born to Rise. My name is Kim Fuller, and I would like to welcome my friend Alexandra today. Table Talks are really about raising our consciousness through inspirational women's stories, using creativity and mindfulness to expand our awareness, and to be in community to empower each other to move forward in a positive way. And I think today you all are really going to have a treat meeting Miss Alexandra. So Alexandra, tell us a little bit about your day-to-day life outside of this coronavirus, but what was your normal day like? So maybe just start with your age and who you live with and all of that, and then give us a little bit about you.
Okay, so I turned 11 not that long ago on March 25th.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. I have two brothers, a mom and a dad, and a guinea pig. I used to have two, but one of them died on my birthday. It was very sad.
Oh, that is sad to have it happen on your birthday too.
Yeah. So basically my normal day is I usually eat breakfast sometimes, and then I go to school. But now that school's canceled, I can't do anything. But it's very boring at home. Yeah. And I go to school, and usually I come home and I just use my phone because, I don't know, that's like what every kid does. And I'm on my phone a lot, and I kind of just FaceTime my friends because I'm like very lonely and bored because my brothers don't play with me because all they do is play video games, which he's playing them right now. So basically, I just sit at home, do nothing.
Yeah. So I met you through a friend of mine who's a director for the stage in New York City, and he says that you're in his play. How did that all happen?
Well, I think it was either on, my mom found him on Backstage, or he texted my mom. But I auditioned for him, and we did like a very powerful scene where Haley, the one of the characters, I play younger Haley, met her for the first time, actually like saw her younger self. It was a very powerful scene because I kind of like helped her be a little bit happier, like cheer up a little bit. And then Anthony saw it and he thought I did it like very powerful. So then we started doing rehearsals and stuff, and we started like doing table reads and stuff, and we read through like scripts, and then he would give us blocking and tell us what to do. I got to do a lot of dancing because he knew I really liked it. I got to dance to and sing to America's Funniest Videos, which was very fun.
That's awesome. So were you doing any acting before this?
Yes. I started going to a school, an acting school, when I was 5.
And as your regular school, or is it like a class that you would take?
It's a class.
Mm-hmm. And were you ever in anything else before this, or had you just been kind of practicing for something like this to come up?
I've actually been in a couple shows. I've been in like, my first show I ever was in was Winnie the Pooh, and I was like one of the little bees, and it was so cute because it was like really fun to do. Had a lot of dancing and stuff. I really like musicals, so I did a lot of like shows with singing and dancing before this. And then I did a couple films because I started getting interested in that. Like the first time I did it, I had no clue what I was doing. I was like very excited with the camera. I was like, like I had a lot of emotions, like big emotions. And then the guy was like, that's not how you do it. You need to be a little bit calmer. And I was like he's like, just be yourself. And I'm like, this is myself.
Yeah, I get to be big, right? I get to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think, it's funny that you mentioned that because, back in the day, if you will, girls were often told to be a little smaller, right? Don't be so loud, sit pretty, don't make too much of a show of yourself. But what do you think about being loud? What does that mean to you to be able to be yourself, right? That might be loud. What is that like?
I like being loud because I feel like I make like a point. Like I want to be myself, and I just like being loud because I want to be heard. I don't want to be like stuck behind like the shadows. I don't want to be like shy. I just want to be outgoing and fun and kind of like help people that need help. And I just don't want to be like shy. I want people to hear like what I say. Sometimes I don't want to be like stuck like really shy. I just like to be really outgoing. I like to help people, and I just really like being loud. I don't know why.
Well,
I
you
just
keep
do.
being loud because I bet you do have something to share. And if nothing else, this right now is an opportunity. What's something that you're so passionate about that you would like people to know in the world, either about what you love or some experience you've had or something that you'd like to share loud and proudly?
Probably that like girls have a lot of power and stuff. Like because a lot of the time in acting, I saw like kind of a little bit of Judy, and I saw they kind of made her like skinnier for acting. They made her like eat less and stuff. But now I'm happy that like they changed that. Like they didn't make her do something like make her be skinnier, make her kind of be like more not herself. Like probably like change her. So I want to send like a message that it's always fine to be yourself in acting. Like, if you have to play a part that's different, that's okay. But you shouldn't change yourself just to get a certain part. I mean, like, it's good if you're trying to get into character, but like, just like to be skinnier and stuff, like, maybe then that's not the part for you.
Do
Like,
you feel like there's still a lot of pressure, even at school, to be skinny or to have your hair a certain way? Is there a lot of pressure around that?
well, for me, a little bit because like you always feel that pressure that you want to be like popular or something, and you want to be like the other girls, like skinny. You want to have like a different color hair or something, or shorter hair or longer hair, or like long nails or something, or like long eyelashes.
Why do you think girls do that to each other? Like, why do you think we feel the need to look a certain way in order to fit in? Like, what is it we're actually trying to fit into, do you think?
I feel like we kind of just want to make friends with that person. Like we're trying so hard to like make a friend that we want to be like that person. Like we think that person's so cool, but they may actually not be like they're actually like probably some people might not be nice and stuff, but you just go for them because you think they're cool and they look nice and stuff because people always go based on looks when they should go based on their personality.
Right. So, have you ever tried to make friends with somebody who wasn't popular?
Yes, I have a lot of friends that aren't popular.
Uh-huh. What does it mean to be popular? Just that a lot of people like you or that you have that cool factor?
I feel like a lot of people like you.
What would you wish popularity meant?
I feel like I wish popularity meant like based off of personality. Like, oh, that person's nice. I feel like she would be like a good someone to like follow. Like she should be a good leader because she's so nice and she can help others. She's like really helpful. She's kind. She sends a message to people and she's just really powerful. Like her personality, not her looks.
Well, maybe you can start that trend. You can be that girl, right? I mean, you're certainly a beautiful girl, but I can see that you're also beautiful on the inside, and I think that is very important. So that's really
Yeah.
great. Yeah, and I think helping other girls feel included who maybe don't have that certain look that we consider to be, culturally popular, but that maybe has those other gifts that you're talking about, right? We can
Yeah.
we can help them shine, and that's what Born to Rise is really about, is helping everybody shine in whatever gifts they have. um, and I think we all have special gifts that not everybody can see but that are there, and when we have the opportunity we're allowed to let them shine and shine loud and proud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said that you're pretty lonely in this isolation, and I can certainly relate to that. I love being with my girlfriends and I miss them dearly. What else is happening in your life around the coronavirus and being isolated?
Well, my mom is now stuck in her room because she's sick because she was a nurse. And a lot of the time, since she's stuck in her room and I want to make her a little bit happier because she's all alone, I go by the door and then I start singing to her to cheer her up. And one of the times I sing her Brave because I thought she was like really brave and stuff. And I feel really bad for her and stuff. And it's been a very big change for me because now I have to sleep in my brother's room on an air mattress because I'm the lightest, because I'm the youngest. So it's been like very hard because like my brothers don't hang out with me. So a lot of the time when I call my friends and they don't answer, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so lonely. Then I start feeling upset when I shouldn't be because it's not a big deal. But I feel like I just feel that way because I've been so lonely.
You know, it's okay to feel upset, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I do the same thing. I have a lot of really good tools to help me stay, happy, but then that doesn't mean those sadness pieces aren't going to come up, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
can't help it. And I think it's beautiful that you sing as a way to not only help your mom, but maybe I'm guessing it makes you feel a little bit better too.
Yeah.
Do you want to sing a little something for us?
Sure.
What's the
Like,
song Brave?
say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave.
Beautiful. Wow, you have a wonderful voice. No wonder you like musicals and being in musicals. I could see why you would get cast.
Oh, thank you.
So, your mom is sick, and do you worry about getting sick yourself?
Sometimes, because like sometimes I don't feel good and I'm like, I might have it. And I don't want to spread it to my dad because he has asthma. And kids like can get symptoms, but most likely they carry it. So sometimes I like worry, like, what if I have it? Am I not supposed to be like near my dad? Because like he has asthma and it will be horrible if he gets it because that will make it worse and stuff. And then like who would take care of us? So like I have a lot of worries about me being sick about it, but I keep on thinking maybe like if they do get sick, I have to step up and start like doing things. Like right now I've been taking orders from my mom and telling them to my dad. I'm cleaning her, like bringing down her food and bringing it up to her. So I was thinking like I need to be really cautious. Like I probably can't hug my dad now because I don't want to spread it to him in case I have it. Because I've been with my mom a lot before because like I didn't know, I wasn't totally expecting her to get it because I thought, oh, it's probably gonna be fine. Because at first I didn't expect it to be big. Then I realized, oh, this is not something that it's not like the flu or something. It's something worse. So then now I'm realizing maybe I should just be like a little bit more cautious about my surroundings.
Yeah, well, you're a very brave young lady. I think that this is a natural concern. And I'm sorry that you can't hug your dad more or things like that. It's weird that we have to think like that, isn't it? But
Yeah.
you're very brave. And I think part of being courageous and brave means that you do feel deeply, and it's okay to feel that way and have sad times, because I think that's what makes us really, really strong, makes us human, and makes us real, like that piece you said in the beginning about being yourself, right?
Yeah.
So I honor you for being in all of it, being strong, being sad sometimes, being happy other times, nudging your brothers every now and then to play with you and do something different besides video gaming, right? You sound
Yeah.
like you're an inspiring person. Um, and also, I think your mother's a very courageous woman. That's got to be hard that she can't, be with you guys and hug you and all
Yeah.
that. If she's a nurse, she's, I'm sure, a very caring person.
Yeah. She's been taking care of a lot of people that had it. And before she got sick, she sent me a picture of her wearing all the stuff. And I was like, that doesn't even look like you anymore. Like, because she had like all like the big stuff on. And I was like, oh my gosh, that must be like a lot, like really hot. Must be really scary because, like, what if she gets like the bad coronavirus or something? So it must be kind of scary to go there knowing that you might get sick and you might have those symptoms that can cause you to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Why do you think this virus happened?
That's like a hard thing to say because I'm not totally sure, but a lot of people have been saying someone in China ate a bat, but I'm not totally sure about that because
Yeah.
that sounds a little bit unusual. I feel like maybe it happened because people weren't like when they figured out about coronavirus, people weren't as precautious about it. They were like, "Oh, it's fine. It's just the flu. Everything's going to be okay. We're all going to be fine. It's nothing. Schools are not going to close down. Everything's going to be fine." And then that's probably how it got worse because people didn't listen to what they said. Like people might have went to the playground and start touching the equipment, which could have spread germs. So then that's why people at my park they had to put down caution tape so people didn't touch them
Yeah.
because some people haven't been listening. So that's why I think it was spreading faster because more people were just like, "Oh, it's fine. I'll go outside and be not 6 feet away from someone."
What do you think the biggest thing you've learned about people as a whole and about yourself through all of this? Because this kind of dramatic change in our life can often bring up lessons that we learn about ourselves where we kind of go, oh, I didn't know I felt that way, or oh, I didn't really notice that about people before, but now I do. What kind of lessons do you think you've learned during all of this?
I think I learned that like me and more people, like if we hear something, we have to like be ready. We have to be prepared. Like people have been like stocking up on toilet paper, but I feel like that they're kind of like at the I don't know. So I feel like a lesson was that more people like when they hear something, they should get right to it instead of just being like, "Oh, it's fine. Nothing's going on." So I feel like they should have like a quicker instinct. Like, "Oh, this is bad. We should get like right to getting ready and stuff and prepared like right away."
Yeah. And what have you learned about yourself? Has anything come up that you've learned about yourself, like how strong you are, or how you didn't know you had that feeling, or that you are more capable than you thought, or whatever?
I thought I was stronger actually because always before, like I always thought like my favorite princess was Belle, and then people in my family were like, "Oh, you look like her, and you're just like her. You're brave." And I was always thinking, "Oh, I don't think I'm that brave. Like I'm afraid of a lot of things. Like I'm afraid of bugs. Like how is that brave?" But then I realized like brave doesn't have to be like you're like people that are brave can be afraid of things. That some people that are brave just have been helping other people just to like help them just to like do like risk themselves getting it just to help someone else.
Yeah, so being afraid of a bug is one thing, and that's just kind of a small fear, but being brave can also mean that you are a good person and that you're kind and you're willing to step out of your comfort zone a little, really. You know, your mom and you too, stepping up, helping her takes a lot of bravery. I agree, and courage. So that's really awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, Alexandra, is there anything else you'd love to share about yourself? One question I'm a little curious about is, um, like, what do you trust in? What makes you feel really secure? Whether it's your religious faith, or you believe in your family, or you believe in something that gives you strength, or that gives you the courage to move on. Where do you find that?
Well, a lot. I have two. So my family definitely does, cause like I feel like they keep me safe and they encourage me to like help me do something. Like without them, I probably wouldn't be able to do my acting stuff. And I feel like that. Also, something that keeps me going is like probably this might not be like what everyone thinks, but I'm Catholic, and sometimes God keeps me going because I keep on thinking, oh, God would want me to do this, something like this. Like, this is something good that's going to help people. And I feel like God and my family are role models to me. Like, I just want to be like them.
Yeah. Do you think God's a man or a woman?
I think a man. I don't know.
Yeah, we can imagine whatever we want, right? We don't have a
Yeah.
picture. Well, some Bibles or teachings will have pictures, but we can certainly imagine what we like. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you have something to feel safe in and secure, and that you've got your family and that you are safe. And I wish you and your mom and the rest of your family a lot of health during this time. And I just want to honor you. I think you're a wonderful and courageous young lady, and thank you for sharing your time today.
Thank you. I had so much
Yeah,
fun.
good. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you're welcome to.
Okay. I don't think so. I think we pretty much told everything.
That's awesome. Well, thank you. And I look forward to speaking with you more at another time and getting to know you. I hope to come see the play.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.